My childhood home in rural Tennessee was built in the late 1800s and was run down when we moved in. Mice in the cupboards, squirrels in the attic, and even once a rat snake draped casually across a doorframe. To be fair, I don't remember the place looking like a house of horrors. I was too young, and by the time I really started forming memories, my parents had made it lovely. But odd, unexplainable phenomenon never went away. I remember voices one afternoon, high-pitched, coming from our downstairs hallway. Not words, more like giggles and shrieks. They suggested children playing some sort of game, hide and seek maybe, or simply tag. I was in my bedroom around 9 or 10 years old, and at first I froze. I called out to them, but when I received no response, I crept towards the banister and peered over the edge. Empty. Completely empty. A few decades had passed, yet I can still remember the chill I felt as I realized I was alone. Intrepid, or foolhardy, I went exploring, but no matter how many closets I opened or curtains I peeked behind, I couldn't find the source of the noises. My mother talks about the time she heard boots in the foyer. My great-aunt Polly once heard glass shattering in the middle of the night, and my grandfather recalled someone, or something, placing an icy hand on his shoulder while he helped us with plumbing work one hot summer day. Several members of my family have ghost stories about our house. I also remember that our heavy antique doorbell would ring on occasion without anybody on the other side. You'd think these memories meant I spent my formative years in a state of abject terror, but that wasn't the case. In fact, I rather liked the mysteries and made up my own stories about unseen faces. I liked the wonder of unexplained music suddenly heard in the middle of an otherwise unremarkable day. When I think back to these parts of my life, it almost seems inevitable that I would become a writer. My childhood was training for a creative life, its own sort of master class in flights of fancy. The traits I developed then have served me well, not only as I start to imagine my next novel. I often think of my strange young experiences as the root, at least in part, of my writing. I've realized they also taught me to be comfortable with the unexpected, to not fear what I don't understand or even what seems beyond my abilities, what seems impossible. So far, there haven't been any murmurs from the hallways of my current home. The only noise in the night we hear is our off-balance dryer and the cry of a real baby next door. And if we get a few strange noises unprepared, there's something thrilling about the uncharted, about things existing in the world beyond our current level of understanding. Whether or not ghosts are real, their stories give us inspiration, as a way to live more alert to possibilities.